All right, people, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Mike Roach Show. And I'm going to be streaming live with you today, covering the first round of the NBA draft. And so we'll be watching pick by pick and talking about what happens as this draft gets going. So there will be some silence here and there. I'll be waiting for the picks to come in. I don't want them to be spoiled by going on X and checking out the picks brought in early by one Shams Charania. I will not do that because it kills the excitement. And to be completely honest with you, I'm really not sure why they even allow him to do that and kill all the excitement before it gets televised for all of us on ESPN or where any of you are watching the show. So we'll be watching this draft because it's going to be pretty crazy. There's a lot of big names in here. Obviously, I am waiting to see what exactly happens for the Toronto Raptors at 19. That's for sure. I'm waiting to see maybe who goes up, who falls back. And I'm excited here. I am really, really excited. What's going on, Adam? I'm really excited. Hello, Ash YI4TW. On to what's going to happen tonight. I've talked about, if you didn't get a chance, check out the show that I did with Nana is in the building. What is going on? Check out the show I did with Pensari. We did talk about it a little bit. And yeah, Nana, I completely agree with you. Shams announcing the picks is corny. And I agree. Completely agree. And I think it's unnecessary. And I'm pretty sure Woj used to do the same thing. And it just annoys the heck out of me, to be completely honest with you. It's annoying. And I can't stand when they do that. But they do it every year, so I'm just going to make sure it's not on X, and I want to be surprised when I see these picks in real time and discuss it with you. And I will say this, I'm going to drop one for Ash YI4TW because already hitting me up with the super chat funds, so I'm a drop one. But listen, since you guys are in the chat already, I do want to ask you this, right? Because it's Debonsa or Peterson. Who do you have going first to the Washington Wizards? The pick is going to be in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Who do you have first going to the Washington Wizards? I think they're going to take Debonsa, even though I might personally take Peterson. But I'm wondering if they take Debonsa and then move him to Utah for Peterson with another maybe second round pick or something like that. I have no idea. And at some point, I think I might take off the headphones today because I'm trying to listen to what is being said at the same time with the coverage. And so this is going to be interesting. Kenny the Jet is talking right now. I think this is going to be very interesting here on how this plays out. I mean, at the top 10, some of the names you're going to see: Debonsa, Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer, Caleb Wilson, Keaton Wagler, Mikael Brown, Darius Acuff Jr., Kingston Flemings, Braden Burries, Nate Ament, Steinbach, Marentz Johnson, Cameron Carr, Ade Mara, Phylon. Now, this is interesting because Yaxel Lindeberg is a name to watch out for because he looks like he was one of those guys who looked like he was going to be picked around 11 or 12, but it looks like he's falling back in the draft. He's one of the names sliding. So I'm curious to see what happens with him. I'm also curious to see the route that Memphis goes at 3 and what the Clippers do at 5. Very interested to see what happens with Brooklyn and Sacramento because I mentioned Mikael Brown, Darius Acuff Jr. Now, he's one of the guys you're going to have to watch out for as well. He's not to me, Darius Acuff, it gets interesting with him. If you pass on him and he turns out to be a really nice player, that can get dicey. You want to make sure in a draft like this that you're bang on with your pick because we've already seen this now, right? With the changing of the rules and the tanking and all that kind of stuff. If your team is not complete trash, and even if you are complete trash, that doesn't guarantee you anything anymore, right? If you're in the bottom three, now your odds are even worse to get higher picks for the season coming up. So you want to make sure that your team actually improves. All right, the pick is in. The pick is in. We're going to see who this is here. Devonta looks pretty nervous if any of you guys are watching this. He looks pretty nervous. Darren Peterson looks cool as ever right now. But I mean, Devonta is kind of like plug and play. Darren Peterson, highly skilled. I mean, shooter, good size at 6'6", can handle the ball. He's got some really nice skills. I mean, he's going to be a hell of a player. And I think Darren Peterson, to be honest with you, has more skill overall than Devonta in terms of footwork and all that kind of stuff. But Devonta, he could do a little bit of everything for you. I think could defend a little bit, can score for you, big body, can throw it up at the rim for you, rebound a bit. And I'm pretty sure we heard that Devonta wants to go to Utah. The pick is in. It's coming. Hold on. Okay, so Washington picks Devonta with the first pick. Not surprised completely. I mean, it was either him or Peterson. We obviously know that, but this is solid. You pair him with Trae Young. You got some other young, nice pieces for the Washington Wizards here. You plug him in immediately. What is going to happen with Anthony Davis is another question. I don't think you can go wrong with this pick, but I also don't believe Darren Peterson wants to go to Utah. And so I'm still wondering if something happens, if there's going to be a swap here. Keep an eye out for that. I don't know if there is going to be. I'm just wondering. I feel like Darren Peterson is that kind of guy who's not going to want to go to the Utah Jazz. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that. Cameron Boozer, I wonder if he's a lock at 3. Because I do feel like Memphis could go with Caleb Wilson. I mean, if you guys are watching any highlights or have watched AJ Devonta play this past season, I mean, just an athletic freak. Could put the ball on the floor, can get to the rim, can shoot the ball. Not afraid. He's going to work hard. I don't think there's many things you have to worry about with him. And I mean, the size. We're talking about 6'9", listed at 215. I mean, this is your guy for the future. I don't believe Anthony Davis is going to be on this team come training camp. I really don't. But the crazy thing is with this draft, right? Like going into picks like 10, 12, 15, 17, 18, that's when this draft gets even more interesting. Utah, the pick is in. Obviously, they're going to go with Peterson here. No surprise. I don't know if you're going to see really any crazy surprises in the top five. I'm looking at stuff here on NBADraft.net, but this is things have changed a lot. What I'm looking at here has been around for like the last month and a half in regards to some of these names that I'm seeing. Ash White I4TW says, I think so. I'd be surprised if Boozer is still there after 3. So would I. I'd be pretty surprised about seeing that. Anybody watching, what do you think a surprise could be in the top 5? If that happens to be the case. The crazy thing is, I said I wasn't going to go on X, but you kind of do at a certain point because you got to scour it to see what's going on with Shams if he's going to be announcing any trades at the same time. Charlotte's also going to be an interesting team to watch today because they have 2 picks at 14 and 18. The pick is in with Utah for number 2. Darren Peterson, obviously, at number 2. I'm not sure he's necessarily thrilled. Then again, I don't know, but he seems like he wanted to go to Washington, in my opinion, over Utah. All I know is that Darren Peterson is extremely skilled. Shoot the ball, put the ball on the floor, he'll get to the free throw line, good footwork, he's polished. He's definitely got game. I can tell you that much. I mean, Utah has a lot of pieces right now. Their team looks like they can be decent. They have bigs. Not sure what the hell is going on with Walker Kessler. But even aside from him, you've got a lot of pieces. Now, I do want to take a look at some of these rosters. We take a look at, first, Aja Dabonta going to the Washington Wizards. We look at some of the names here. All right. Get me to the roster, please. Got some nice pieces. I mean, Koulibaly's one of the guys you're definitely going to have to look at. In terms of how his game will improve, 11.7 points per game, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Obviously, Trae Young is about to sign a 4-year, $212 million deal. Bub Carrington is another nice player. D'Angelo Russell, I didn't even remember he was on this team, to be honest with you. Trey Johnson, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, Anthony Davis, yes. Julian Reese was doing some decent stuff at the end of the season. I mean, they still got a long way to go. They got a lot of young players, but adding a guy like AJ Debonsa, definitely helps you and helps you fast because he's going to help produce for you immediately. Now, when you look at a team like the Utah Jazz, let's take a look at the Utah Jazz. They've got a lot of nice young pieces. Keontae George, Isaiah Collier, Ace Bailey, we know. Jaren Jackson Jr., Lauri Markkanen, obviously. We don't know what's going on right now with Walker Kessler. Yukis Nurkic, Kevin Love, don't know what's going on with him. Conchar. I mean, you add in Darren Peterson. Looks promising. Guys, also let me know if you guys think they made the right moves here at 1 and 2. Because it is going to be crucial. One of these guys is going to be better than the other. We don't know which way this is going to go. But, I mean, this is where it starts to get a bit more interesting. We know these two were the consensus number 1 and 2, whichever way that it was going to go. But here is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting. Now, we're assuming it's going to be the pick is in for Memphis, so it's about to come. We're assuming it's going to be Cameron Boozer and Caleb Wilson, but we will see. Cameron Boozer, big body, 6'9", 255. Ready to go. Hell of a player. Can put the ball in the basket, rebound, can get you assists as well. He can do it all. Do you think he could be a bit of a sleeper compared to the first two guys drafted in this? Pick is in for Memphis. We are waiting for it. One thing about the NBA draft when you're watching this, man, they got to stop stalling with the picks. Okay, Adam Silver. Adam Silver is here. The pick is in. Okay, they take Cameron Boozer. Not a big surprise there. Like I mentioned, I will say we are assuming that Caleb Wilson goes number 4 to Chicago. And then after that, all hell breaks loose. So stick with me because we are looking to find out what happens after this 4th pick. Once again, I'm assuming Caleb Wilson goes fourth to Chicago. And then after that, all hell breaks loose in this draft. And we don't know what the hell is going to happen from there. I'm wondering if Cameron Boozer should have been looked at, a little bit more than we've looked at him compared to DeBonta and Peterson. He's a good player. I'm wondering how he's going to transition into the NBA. I'm sure his dad is extremely proud. Guy that we've been used to watching for many years. To see his son come in is actually pretty crazy. I will say though, he for a guy coming into the league, rookie, big, strong body, 6'9", 255, being able to step out, shoot the three, get into the basket. He's going to be a good player. Now, what position he sticks at the NBA level is going to be interesting to me. Is he going to be some type of a tweener between a 3-4? Mostly stick to the 4? I think it'll be good, though. That's for sure. I think it'll be good. The number 4, the Chicago Bulls, the pick is in. Honestly, do we really need to take 3 hours to do the draft anymore? Like in the second round, I think they just rush it along. But the Chicago Bulls, and I think Caleb Wilson, he's a hell of a player. Listed at 6'10", 210 in weight, out of North Carolina. I'm wondering if he's going to be a bit of a sleeper. And I know people expect him to be kind of a decent player, but the athleticism is just on 10. Extremely long. Throw it up anywhere close to the basket, and that's getting dunked. And I mean, emphatically. Athleticism matters in the NBA. Obviously, basketball IQ does as well. Gotta have talent. He's a good player, though. Let's see if he goes forward. That's what I'm waiting for here. And of course, now we got to wait through all the interviews. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. In the meantime, though, we can take a quick look at the roster for the Memphis Grizzlies here. The Memphis Grizzlies, boy, do they have work to do with this roster. Where is the promise? Like, what is going to happen with Morant? They got to be trading him. They have to. Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr., which I like, Contavious Caldwell Pope, Walter Clayton Jr. I think could be a very nice player if he gets the right opportunity. If that opportunity will continue to be with the Memphis Grizzlies, I don't know, but I really like Walter Clayton Jr. Morant, obviously, don't know where he's going to be playing next season, but I don't think it'll be in a Memphis uniform. Zach Edey, what is going on with him? I know he's been injured, but he has promise. 13 points per game, 11 rebounds per game. Olivier Maxwell Prosper. Cedric Coward is a pretty good player. Cam Spencer as well. GG Jackson, hoping to see him take the next step. Old man Taj Gibson. I mean, when is enough enough? Seriously. I mean, are you kidding me? I understand that he's probably a good locker room guy and, he's the extension of your players to be that liaison for the coach and whatnot. But I mean, what are you kidding me? 40 right now. He has just been around forever. But you know what? He deserves some props because if they still want him on the roster, he deserves it. The pick is in for the Chicago Bulls. Caleb Wilson at number 4. I think that's a good pick for them because the Chicago Bulls are a team where literally at this point, I have no idea what they're doing. And I have no idea what they've been doing for years at this point. Just none. No clue. So Caleb Wilson goes number 4 to the Chicago Bulls. And I think after this pick, I don't think we know exactly what is going to happen from here on out. Now, on the mock draft that I'm looking at, Keaton Wagler is a name that is here for the LA Clippers. Do they go that route? We're about to find out. And honestly, if you're the Clippers at this point as well, like I think it's time to move on from Kawhi Leonard. I really do. I mean, just what is going on? Let me get some stats up here, please. Wagler, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 44% shooting. And the thing is, I've done most of the players like a profile on most of these guys. I didn't do guys in the top 10. Like I did guys around 11, 12, 13, and pretty much up because when I was doing it, I was doing it on the Raptors and where they would be selecting in the draft. So I didn't do these guys all the way at the top of the draft. But Keaton Wagler is a really nice player. Can shoot the 3 ball, can handle the ball. Do the Clippers go this route? I don't know. I mean, he's a nice player. He's got good size at 6'5", not very heavy. 188 to have him listed at on ESPN. To me, this is where it gets interesting. What happens here at number 5 with the Clippers? Because honestly, like I mentioned, I mean, what are the Clippers going to do? You trade for Darius Garland. You have Kawhi Leonard. You trade away Zubac. I mean, you don't even make the playoffs at this point. The pick is not in for the Clippers yet. I mean, what are you kidding me? You mean these guys are still all in the war room for the LA Clippers and they don't know what the hell they're doing yet? I'm watching ESPN. The pick is not in for the Clippers. Now, Sham Charania probably tweeted it 15 damn minutes ago and ruined it for everyone. But I'm not going to be looking at that. Let's look at the roster for the Clippers here for a second. because once again, I understand that they love Kawhi Leonard and they've been trying just over and over and over with Kawhi Leonard since he left the Raptors after winning a championship to go to LA. And since he's gotten there, it just hasn't worked out at all. Bradley Beal, disaster. Kawhi Leonard, Bogdanovich, Derek Jones Jr., Chris Dunn, Benedict Mathurin, Darius Garland, Lopez. You have some decent players. John Collins, Isaiah Jackson, Batum. You got some decent players here. I mean, if you wanted to make a trade and get rid of some of these veterans and bring in some younger pieces and experiment and kind of see what can happen here. I mean, that might be interesting if you're the Clippers. I mean, when is enough enough? Are you just going to try this thing out again with the Clippers again? I mean, guys, San Antonio's not going anywhere. Denver's not going anywhere. Oklahoma City's not going anywhere. Like the Clippers, you are in trouble. It is time for you to go another route. The pick is in. All right, the pick is in. Let's see. Okay. Keaton Wagler. Keaton Wagler is the pick. All right. Can handle the ball, shoot it from outside, can get into the paint. Like I mentioned, good size. It's a good pick because if the Clippers decide that they're going to be going another route and making some trades with some of their veterans and you're going to be going young, he's not a bad young player to start off at your one spot for you. Do we have any advanced stats? Let's see here. 39.7% from 3-point range in 37 games played. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, almost 1 steal a game, 1.8 turnovers. Okay. So Keaton Wagler off the board at 5 for the Clippers. Completely cool with that. Now we have, okay, this pick is going to be interesting. The Brooklyn Nets are up at 6. Mikhail Brown, possibly. We're talking about a very nice player. Mikhail Brown. I mean, the skills are just off the charts with him. Now, remember, Brooklyn makes that trade for Julius Randle. And also, I believe, gets the number 28 pick as well. 6'5", listed at 180, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists per game, 41% from the field, 34.4% from three-point range for Mikhail Brown in 21 games. But we're talking about highly skilled. Can definitely bomb away from three-point range. Good handle. He's a nice player. He's going to be a guy you got to keep your eye on to see what he progresses like because, boy, is he skilled. 2 minutes to go. Pick is coming in for Brooklyn. Now, to me, it gets interesting here because do you go with Mikhail Brown Jr. or Darius Acuff Jr.? And the way teams build in this draft now, like I mentioned, because of how things have changed in regards to the draft, right? The 3-2-1 lottery. There is no benefit to being a terrible team anymore. Top three bad team in the league, and your odds become worse for the highest pick. So, to a certain degree, you have to be, you could still be bad, but you don't want to be abysmal towards the bottom. So, you got to have decent players on your team. You need to bring in some type of veteran, at least a couple, even if you still don't plan to be great. You still got to be able to win games. Let's take a look at the Brooklyn Nets roster. What up, Johnny? Raptors champs is in the building as well. What's going on, fellas? All right, so I mean, Josh Minot, Zaire Williams, Danny Wolf, Drake Powell, Igor Denham, AJ Liddell, Terrence Mann, Michael Porter Jr., Malachi Smith, Day'Ron Sharp. Nick Claxton got traded over to Chicago, I believe, yesterday in that deal. I mean, looking at this team, I mean, are you kidding me? Just woof. I mean, come on. They need something here. They got to get this pick right. They got to get this pick right. I mean, just they're looking at the Brooklyn Nets roster right now as we speak. And just, man, they got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work to do. Raptors champ says salute. Okay, 1 second. Adam Silver is in. Brooklyn Nets take. Mikhail Brown Jr. Okay, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. Definitely not mad at that. I mean, you just heard me tell you guys the roster and just a rough team. Julius Randle, Michael Porter Jr., they got to do something to round out this roster with some damn talent. The way that you could just tank over and over and over for seasons upon seasons, Adam Silver put an end to that. That's over with. That's not happening anymore. And so, yes, bring in a guy like Randall, put him next to Porter Jr. You get Mikhail Brown Jr. And now, you got a couple decent pieces. Ochai Agbaji's on the team. He'll be a nice role player for you. Day'Ron Sharp is there. He'll be a role player for you as well. Maybe Terrence Mann as well. Igor Denham. And then after that, you got to go out and find yourself some more talent. Let me read some of these comments because I just saw a few. Johnny says, hey, Mike and everyone. Johnny says, sorry, I've been so busy with my new job. Luckily, it's the off season. Have you seen Giannis trade? Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's another thing. That changes things now as well. Because last season, I mean, you look at the Miami Heat, they're a decent team at best, didn't do anything, didn't make the playoffs. But with that being said, the Milwaukee Bucks, they were in turmoil last season. And you make this trade where now Giannis joins Bam Adebayo, um, Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell. Norman Powell becomes a free agent. And so now you're wondering if you're going to be able to retain him. But even so, the Miami Heat are now a better basketball team. They're going to be pretty good defensively, at least. From an offensive standpoint, you're going to have to put shooters around these other guys, but they're going to be a better team. And when I was talking about the Raptors, because, I've been telling you guys from even before the end of the season and after the season, this is really the season that you have to pay attention to, because last season wasn't hard to predict. It's this one coming up. New York is still going to be good. Boston is still going to be good, even though at this point we really don't know what's going to happen with Jaylen Brown. We don't know if there is going to be any fallout from all these trade rumors. If he feels unappreciated over there in Boston and starts making noise on some of his lives on Twitch, we don't know what the hell is going to happen. The pick is in for the Kings. So we are just waiting on that. And Johnny, it's all good, man. Happy you're here today. Who is Raptors going to pick today? That's a damn good question, Johnny. And trust me, if I knew, I would definitely tell you. But I don't know. It all depends, obviously, on what happens before. But there's a bunch of different names here. We're looking at LeBaron Philon, Hans Steinbach, Quaintnitz, Merez Johnson Jr., Bennett Sturts, Christian Anderson, Cameron Carr, Chris Senak Jr., Henry Visar. There's a lot of names here, and I haven't even mentioned them all. Alan Graves, Dalen Swain, Ibuka Okori. I mean, there's a lot of names here. I think they do want to go with a front court player. Like, do you see all these guys when they're doing this draft? Are you guys watching any of the coverage here? There's like 30 guys in a room. They pick Mikhail Brown Jr. and everybody's clapping and high-fiving. Like, what are they clapping and high-fiving about? Okay, yeah. The pick is in. 7th pick. Okay. Darius Acuff Jr. Now, this is one of my favorite picks in the draft. Darius Acuff Jr. goes to the Sacramento Kings. I think Darius Acuff Jr. and his team, shout out to Rashad Phillips, are very happy with this pick. I think this is a team they wanted to go to. First of all, they're god awful. Okay. This team, there's no place to go except up. I mean, when you're talking about just horrific, and I mean horrific roster management, look no further than the Sacramento Kings. They are abysmal. Now, I don't even know where to begin with these guys, but thank God they just got Darius Acuff Jr. So when you look at, okay, can I get the roster, please? What the heck is going on here? To me, Darius Acuff is just relentless. No fear. Makes the right decisions. And he ain't going to be afraid to take and make big shots. This is one of my favorite picks in the draft. Darius Acuff, I really, Really like his game. What are some of his numbers looking at? We're going to take a look at the roster for the Sacramento Kings. This is going to be a long show, isn't it? It's going to be at least a few hours. It actually depends. It actually depends. I hope I don't have to storm away from this stream because of who the Raptors picked. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. Raptors champ says Yaxel Lendeborg. I think he's going to be off the table, but we'll see. I did hear he's sliding in the draft, but we'll see. Hans Steinbach, Cameron Carr, I like them all. Raptor champ, I like them all. Now, Darius Acuff, 6'2", 186, 23.5 points, 3.1 rebounds, 6.46 on 48% shooting from the field. 44% shooting from three-point range. I like that number. Almost a steal a game, 0.8 steals, 2.2 turnovers. I like his game. He's going to be really, really nice for the Sacramento Kings. And let's get to this roster for a second. Okay, why am I looking at Utah here? What is going on? Why do I keep picking these guys? Who am I looking for again? The Sacramento Kings. Get your comments in there. I will be reading them all in just a second. I'll be going back and forth and getting to them. Oh, here's Sacramento. All right, let's take a look at the roster here for the Sacramento Kings. They do have some nice players that I like, though. Malik Monk. Free Malik Monk from the abyss. I mean, just please get him somewhere where he can be appreciated. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure he's appreciated in Sacramento. But please, put him on a team with some hope. I mean, for goodness gracious. Malik Monk, I like his game. Zach LaVine. My God, get him out of here. He can't do anything by himself. He needs like 3 or 4 guys in front of him. DeMar DeRozan, get that man off of this team. Okay? Get him off of the team. You would think at least Domantas Sabonis, Keegan Murray, DeMar DeRozan, Russell Westbrook. You make that trade, you get DeAndre Hunter from Cleveland. I mean, you would think they would have been able to do something. And by something like anything, they are awful. Terrible. Like sometimes you really have to wonder how a lot of these executives in the front office, how do they keep their jobs? They're terrible. I mean, Sacramento.
It's completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this.
This is just, are you kidding me?
It's happening over here during whole season. I've been holding it back. It's a complete crap.
Just awful. But this is a good pick for them. Darius Acuff Jr. Definitely going in the right direction here. That's a team that they're just going to have to blow that thing up. Just awful. Just awful. And listen, at this point, this thing's about to go off the rails, if you ask me, to a certain degree, because I don't know what's going to happen here. Kingston Flemings, maybe, at 8. He's a big name. People have been pretty high on Kingston Flemings. Damn good player. Let's get the numbers in on Kingston Flemings. Because, man, there's a lot of names, a lot of numbers. Let me get to more comments if there's any. No, not yet. Last one. Listen, Lendeborg, Raps Champs, is I'm watching where he ends up. And now I'm interested because the coach for Michigan gets hired by the Dallas Mavericks. And I'm wondering if they're going to be going after another, if they're going to be going for a Michigan guy now. Raptor Champ says Kingston is that player. He's a bad dude. Can play. Listed at 6'3", 183. And that is on ESPN. Let me see what they have him listed at DraftNet. They got him at 6'4", 185. Pick is in for the Atlanta Hawks. Kingston Flemings. It's a good pick. He'll back up Nikhil Alexander-Walker. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 47% from the field. 1 season at the University of Houston. They have him at 6'2". 3 different places. How the heck do you go from 6'3" to 6'4" to 6'2"? I mean, athletic, can handle the ball. Decent shooter from 3-point range, 38%. 37 games played, 84% from the free throw line. 1.8 turnovers a game, 1.5 steals. Nice numbers. Raptor Champ says Kingston's IQ is off the roof. Trouty is in the building. Trouty is in the building. I saw Tep NT987. I didn't see this earlier. Any big trades tonight, you thinking? I do think there might be a trade at some point. I'm not sure where, but I do think there will be a trade at some point. Are you guys checking out X? Are you following anything? Let me know if anything comes in. Let me get some of these Ash YI40W with the super chat before. Nana, you're 100% right. And this annoys the hell out of me. I know we talked a little bit about it before in regards to Shams releasing the picks. I don't want to look at it like that this year. I want to see it in real time on TV and not have it spoiled. Listen, the Atlanta Hawks, they're going to be better this season. They're going to hopefully take a step in the right direction. The way they ended their season in that massive just beatdown by the New York Knicks, that was rough. That was really, really rough. That's a tough way to go out, especially when they had the season that they had. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Dyson Daniels, Muhammad Gay, Buddy Hield, Jalen Johnson, Corey Crisper, Jock Londale, Jonathan Kuminga, CJ McCollum, Okongwu, Rick Ricochet, Gabe Vincent, Keaton Wallace. Yo, let me tell you this right now. The Atlanta Hawks have the pieces to land somebody in a big trade. I'm telling you that right now. The Atlanta Hawks have the pieces to land someone in a big trade. The pick is in for Dallas. Let's see. Masai Ujiri led Dallas Mavericks. Let's see here where they end up. And I told you that the farther this thing goes on, the more interesting it gets. The pick is in. We're waiting for it. Showing it now. Dusty May, the new head coach for the Dallas Mavericks. And Masai Ujiri. You know, it's interesting. And I was talking about this before, I think on the last show that I did. It's going to be, and we're not comparing the two teams in regards to like the Raptors and Dallas or anything like that. But it will be interesting to see. Okay, the pick is in. Hold on. Morez Johnson Jr. Whoa. They ended up going with a Michigan player, though, like we just talked about. Morez Johnson Jr. goes at 9. That's a surprise. He was one of the guys I was looking at for the Raptors to take. But they take Morez Johnson Jr. at 9. There's your first surprise. So now things are, like I mentioned, now is when they're going to start getting a bit crazy. We're talking about 6'9", over 250, big, strong, can block shots, play defense, can run like a deer, might even be able to at some point to step back behind 3-point range. I mean, this is a nice pick if you ask me. Didn't think he was going to be going this high, but okay. Okay. Interesting. Morez Johnson Jr. at number 9. There goes one of the guys that the Raptors are looking at as a big, interesting stuff. Trouty says Masai working his magic again. I like that pick. Okay. You know, around here, there's Braden Burries, Nate Ament. So keep your eyes on those guys. Let me type in some stuff here on YouTube. We're going to check out this roster as well from the Dallas Mavericks while we're at it. All right, let's go. Let's check out Dallas and see what's going on over there. Where are you? Dallas. Where's the roster? Okay. You got Max Christie, Derek Lively, the second. Don't know what's going to happen with him. Dwight Powell has been there forever. Nembhard is a nice player. I like him. Kyrie Irving is still there. I do forget about that a lot. I'm interested to see what happens with Kyrie Irving, even though I do think he will start there in a Mavericks uniform this upcoming season. Naji Marshall, nice player. Caleb Martin is still there. Chris Middleton. Don't know if I don't know what's going on with him, is whether he's a free agent or what his contract is still like. Daniel Gafford, I think, will get moved at some point in the next few weeks. Klay Thompson, I think, will be moved. PJ Washington, Not sure what happens with him. This is a full rebuild that's coming for the Dallas Mavericks for the most part, I think. Maybe not all the pieces, because, like I mentioned, I do think Kyrie Irving, obviously, is a spectacular player. And I mean, somebody you want to watch over and over and over again, and will put butts in the seats. Not sure how long he's there, but I do think that he starts the season with Dallas. I could be wrong, but we will see. But I like that pick. Very interesting. He'll be playing with Cooper Flag. The pick is the pick in for whose pick is coming up? Milwaukee. This should be interesting. And I think the Milwaukee Bucks, right? They make that trade for Giannis, and they get a whole bunch of stuff back in return. Tyler Hero and Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, I think 3 first-round picks. I think they got 2 second-round picks and a pick swap. But I don't think they're done. I think there's more coming for the Milwaukee Bucks in terms of what their roster is going to be shaping up to be in the next couple weeks. I think they move on from Tyler Hero immediately. I don't think he plays a game in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform. I think they're also looking to trade Miles Turner. Where he ends up, I have absolutely no idea. But I do think they're looking to move Miles Turner. So Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis end up going to the Miami Heat. 2020. So they have the 13th overall pick as well. 2031, 2033 first round picks, 2030 pick swap, and a 2033 second round pick. And I was saying that is all for the Milwaukee Bucks. My phone is absolutely going nuts. What is it for? Okay, I got a bunch of stuff going on my phone that I got to answer after. All right, the pick is in for the Milwaukee Bucks here. So they got this pick and a couple more picks. I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks have a really good chance to do something for the team if they nail these picks here. The pick is in. Adam Silver is here. Braden Burries for the Milwaukee Bucks. Braden Burries is a good player too. Coming from Arizona, 20 years old. You have him at 6'3", almost 6'4". Got the athleticism, I'll tell you that much. Can put the ball on the floor, finish nicely at the basket, shoot it from three-point range. He's a nice player. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and almost 50% shooting from the field. 39% shooting from three-point range in 39 games. 1.5 steals. I like that number. 1.5 turnovers. It's not a bad pick. I have him at 6'4" on ESPN. Milwaukee, boy, do they have to nail these. You just traded away a generational player. You better rebuild this thing properly. The Milwaukee Bucks in a full on rebuild at this point. Let's take a look at their roster. What do they have? I mean, just an absolutely massive trade with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis. But what do they have in? Okay, Miles Turner, which I told you about, Gary Trent Jr., Jericho Sims, Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Harris, Turin Prince, Ryan Rollins, Kyle Kuzma. I think will be traded in the next couple of weeks. AJ Green. Ooh. Thanasis Antetokounmpo. I mean, they just have a lot of work to do. They've got a lot of work to do at this point, but these first round picks are going to be crucial to the rebuild of your team. Who do we have next on the board? Okay, pay attention to this. What is going to happen here with the Warriors? I mean, the Golden State Warriors, we have no idea what they're doing at this point. I mean, from a draft standpoint, I would think maybe you want to go with a big. Like, what direction? You have Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler will be back. I mean, when you have those type of players, obviously you have to try to compete. You have no choice. That is a team that have champions. They're not going to be thinking about throwing games and lose. I mean, absolutely not. Right? I mean, Gary Payton II, Podzemski, Moody, Porzingis, Melton, Butler, Santos, Al Horford, Quentin Post, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Pat Spencer. It's over for you guys, Golden State. You're going to have to make moves. I don't know what these guys are planning to do here. Get the pick in. I don't like this thing's being dragged out. The pick is in. Damn it. Come out and make the pick. I'm interested to see if they go with a center. What do you do with Steph Curry? And by what do you do? I mean, he's a Golden State lifer. He won't play anywhere else. What I'm saying is, what do you do in terms of putting pieces around him? Is Draymond Green also a lifer forever with Golden State, or do you move on from him? Like, it's a shame because we've seen them good for so long. And sometimes that's just what happens. You run your course and all good things come to an end. But man, it's the NBA is fun to me when Golden State is good as well. Like, I love seeing New York be a relevant team. And I love watching games at Madison Square Garden. I thought the finals were absolutely electric and fantastic. But I also love seeing it when Golden State is good. And we get even more of Steph Curry. The pick is in for Golden State. 37-45 record. Lost to Phoenix in the West play-in. Key free agents: Draymond Green, Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis. And it says team needs rim protector 3 and D. And I'm reading that straight off of ESPN for you on the broadcast. I'm interested. I want to see where they go here. And I'm wondering if they go with a big or if they go with an off ball guard. We're going to see here. Golden State, like, they've never really had a young, fresh, dynamic big. And so I'm wondering what they're going to be doing here. The pick is in. Here comes Yaxel Lindeberg. Wow. Yaxel Lindeberg to Golden State at 11. People said he was sliding down the draft board. Yaxel Lindeberg goes 11 to Golden State. I'm a big fan of Yaxel Lindeberg. I mean, you're talking just 6'9", 250. Plug and play. I mean, the guy is a tank with legs. Raptor champs. Yep. Let me put that up here. Say it so everybody can see it. Damn it, Yaxel's gone to the Warriors. You know what? I like this pick. We're talking about a big body. Going to be able to defend for you. Can bang. Physical. Shoot it from the outside. He's 23, turning 24 years old. So he's played a bit more basketball, has a little bit more experience. Played for a bunch of different schools in college. Wins a championship with Michigan. This is a good pick. They wanted somebody that they can get in to play and get minutes now. I don't blame them because they're in that situation. They're looking at trying to win games. I literally, like, we just talked about this, what, 2 minutes ago? That's a surprise to me. Like, I don't get me wrong, I expected him to go in somewhere in the teens a little bit later. I thought he might go to around maybe 14 or 15. Even though that's not too far off. But Yaxel Lindeberg. Wow. Number 11. And Morez Johnson Jr. gone off the board as well. So Nate Ament slides a little bit according to Nate Ament slides a little bit according to some of the mock drafts. Nate doesn't look like a bad player either, though. I think he's probably going to go somewhere really soon. Who's picking next? Who do we got? Keep your eye on Charlotte, like I mentioned. They're going to be a team to watch because they have the 14th and 17th pick. Oklahoma City is at 12. Can you believe that? Oklahoma City at pick 12. Now I'm wondering if Oklahoma City goes with a big. This will be interesting. But Yaxel Lendeberg, too. Golden State. I like it. The pick is in for the Oklahoma City Thunder at number 12. Nate Ament, in case he's coming now, 6'10", forward, 16.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 39.9% shooting from the field, 33% from three-point range, 35 games played, 1 steal, 0.6 blocks. Well, Raptor champs, you called it. You were talking about Yaxel Lendeberg. There has been a couple surprises thus far. But Lendeberg, like I mentioned, just a guy can shoot it from the outside, handle the ball as well, goes hard to the basket. 6'9", 250. This is like LeBron James type physique here. And this is coming into the league. And I know some people, they said, had concerns, I guess, with his age because he's a little bit older. Okay, the pick is in for Oklahoma City. Ade Mara for Oklahoma City. They went for the big man. They get some massive help, literally, in the front court for Oklahoma City. Ade Mara is what, 7'4"? 7'4", 260 is taken by the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's a very nice addition for Oklahoma City. Loading up on, man, boy, is it important to have draft picks. They're putting towers inside the paint for Oklahoma City. Not a bad pick at all here. I can completely understand it. You get much more front court help. Ade Mara goes 12 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Miami's pick is next at 13, which will be going to the Milwaukee Bucks. So we'll be keeping our eye on that. But like I mentioned, Ademar going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is a really nice piece for them. You do need some other help there with Chet Holmgren. I'm not 100% sure what's going to be going on with Hartenstein in the offseason. And trust me, I do not think that Oklahoma City did any overthinking when it came to taking Ademara. I mean, their team is pretty good. You don't always have to overthink here. I mean, things would have been really different if Jalen Williams is not injured going up against the San Antonio Spurs. I got to take these headphones off for a little bit because this is probably like the longest live I've ever done. And we're only on pick 13. 1 minute, 40 seconds coming in for the pick for the Miami Heat, which is now, the Milwaukee Bucks. Inching closer to that Raptors pick. Stay tuned. Very interesting stuff. No trades to mention as of yet. Nana says OKC is a cheat code. Yo, I'm telling you, this one pick alone does so much good for that roster. Nice pick. They're going to flip Hartenstein for picks and young talent. That's what I'm thinking. Because a day is going to be much cheaper. You're going to be able to, and you know that teams already are going to want a Hartenstein. You know that. And so once again, Nate Ament has fallen in this draft. Still assuming he's going to be big soon, but some of the other names that you're going to look out for: Hans Steinbach, LeBaron Philon, Cameron Carr, Bennett Sturts, Graves, Chris Senak, Dalen Swain, Jaden Quaintance, Koa Pete. I don't know where any of these guys are going to be going in this draft. I have no idea. Inching closing to that Raptors pick. This is going to be big. And we've talked about this. Obviously, they pushed the Cleveland Cavaliers to a 7 games. And in order for you to take that next step, you're going to have to hit on these picks. If you think about it, think about some of the biggest reasons why the Raptors are where they are at this point, or got to where they got at the end of the season. Scotty Barnes, one of the guys you drafted. Jacoby Walter, who you drafted. Colin Murray-Boyles, who you drafted. Jamal Shed. The draft matters in both rounds. And so they got to get these right. A couple more picks, and you're right there. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks, like I mentioned, they've got a hit here. They got a hit. I might need a water break soon. I'm out. All right. Maybe I'll give people a recap if you haven't already seen what's going on. If I can find a recap somewhere. AJ DeBonsa goes first. Darren Peterson 2. Cameron Boozer 3. Caleb Wilson 4. Keaton Wagler goes 5. Mikhail Brown Jr. goes 6. Darius Acuff Jr. goes 7. Kingston Fleming goes 8. Then it starts getting surprising here. Morez Johnson Jr. goes 9. Yaxel Lendeberg ends up going 10 or 11. I can't see this anymore, and I can't remember. The pick is in. Stop stalling. Just give us the damn picks. So before Yaxel, Michigan goes Morris Johnson Jr., Yaxel Lendeberg, Ademara. Okay. Oscar Robertson is in the building. Okay, this is the pick that's going into Milwaukee. It's in. Adam Silver is here. 13th pick. Nate Amon. Okay. Thought it was a men, but Nate Amon is going to the Milwaukee Bucks. So he's another piece to your rebuild now for the Milwaukee Bucks. And pretty much at this point, I don't know what's going to happen with Milwaukee because I think they still have a bunch of things that they're going to be doing. But he goes to Milwaukee at 13. And we've kind of looked at their roster already today. And I guess you kind of have to go if you're Milwaukee at this point. You get rid of Giannis. You get a haul for trading Giannis. And so now you're kind of going with some safe picks here. I don't think there's really any reason to necessarily gamble with the picks if you're Milwaukee at this point. You have enough intel on these guys that you have. And so you go with the safe pick here with Nate Amon. 16-6, 2.3 assists, 39.9% from the field, like I mentioned, 33% from three-point range with 1 steal a game in 35 games, averaging 29 minutes. I think he's a decent pick for you, but there's just so much up in the air right now with the Milwaukee Bucks that you don't know. We don't know what they're planning to do. Trust me, they ain't done. There's still going to be moving pieces around when it comes to this team. This is a pick. Keep your eye on this next pick. 14 with Charlotte. 2.5 minutes to go till the pick is in. Because now Charlotte, to me, is a very interesting team. Because to me, last season, like you start asking yourself, when the hell are the Charlotte Hornets going to start to ever improve? I mean, it's not like you don't have good players on your roster. Miles Bridges, LaMelo Ball, Grant Williams, Kobe White, Con Knipple, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Musa Diabate, Trey Mann, Brandon Miller, Xavier Tillman. Like, you got some pretty decent players here. And now you got a couple picks coming in for the next 4 picks. You got 2. I mean, Bridges, Ball, all these guys that I just mentioned. You got to hit this out the park. Like, at some point, progress has to equal the playoffs if you're Charlotte. At some point. There's a bunch of people messaging me right now, and I can't look. I can look, but ain't trying to answer. Not yet. You got to give me a few more picks to go. This kid Amen is long. Man, all these different GMs, scouts, the amount of work that they put in to get picks right and wrong are absolutely crazy. Trouty says, if you talked about the Giannis trade, can you give a recap? I missed it. Yes, I can. Let me first give you all the moving parts of this trade. Giannis. All the moving parts of the trade, let me tell you. So it's Khalil Ware, Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparis Yukojanusis. I messed that up. The number 13 overall pick, which we just saw, 2 unprotected first round picks in 2031 and 2033, a 2030 pick swap, and a 2033 second round pick. That was the trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis going to the Miami Heat. And to be honest, I think it ends up being a good trade for both teams. It was time to move on if you're Giannis. And I appreciate the fact that he actually knew that and wanted this trade to happen. And that's not a bad thing. And I don't want people to think that just because a player wants out necessarily means it's a bad thing. Sometimes a relationship runs its course and you both got to move on. And to be completely honest with you, that's one of the things that has to happen with the Lakers and LeBron James. Oh, the pick is in. Hold on. Okay, the pick is in for Charlotte. Okay, Steinbach. They go with the center. So, like we figured here, Steinbach is gone. Hannes Steinbach, good pick, goes to the Charlotte Hornets. They shore up their front court here. He's a good player. He was on the watch list, Steinbach. So Hannes Steinbach off the board. out of Washington. 6'10, 250, 18 and 11. 1.6 assists. Shoots almost 60% from the field, 57.7% from the field, 34% from three-point range. 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 11 rebounds. He might be a player for you. I was definitely looking at him as somebody the Raptors should possibly take a look at. He could be a good player for Charlotte. Now, after Charlotte, you're going to what are we looking at here? Who's going next? The Chicago Bulls at 15. This is going to be interesting because the Chicago Bulls, once again, like I mentioned earlier, after getting Caleb Wilson, are just another prime example of a team who doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Like for years, and you guys can let me know. Yep, Raptors champ. There you go. Damn it, Steinbach is gone. Raptors champ, I didn't ask you. Who do you think the Raptors are taking? But yeah, Steinbach is gone here. Sorry. So, like I was mentioning before, they picked Caleb Wilson at number 4. And I'm talking about the Chicago Bulls. And then, like I mentioned, for the last how many years, I just have absolutely no idea what the hell the Chicago Bulls are doing. Just none. I'm talking about just a mess. Good pick, like I mentioned, for Charlotte, especially when they're going to be right back up on the board. They can get multiple pieces for different positions, which I think is going to be pretty good for them. They also have the 18th pick. So some of the names to watch out for: Christian Anderson, LeBaron Philon. Who are you? Kareem Lopez, Bennett Sturts, Chris Senak Jr., Dalen Swain. I'm really interested. Which way do the Raptors go here at 19? Do they go for the big? And listen, I don't want to see the Raptors get Koa Pete. Not what we're looking for here. And for some reason, I just feel like the Raptors do stuff completely out of left field. We're only halfway through. It gets quicker towards the end, but we're moving. It's going to get much faster towards the end of this draft. And the first half. We already know that. But yes, Raptor champs, Heinbach is gone. If you're watching, you're not in the chat, make sure you get in there. At Micro7 on IG, at Micros23 on X. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and share the Micro Show if you haven't already done so. This is a live draft watch show. And as of right now, only a couple surprises. Only a couple surprises. The drafting takes so long now, Johnny. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Why does it have to be this long? Like, I'm on the camera speaking to you guys in this microphone, just dying of tiredness right now. Can close my eyes and just put my head right on the damn microphone. But I'm still a bit too pumped up here, okay? Because the Raptors are still on the board, and I need to see what happens. We need to see what happens. You know why? Because when we see what happens, there's going to be 8,000 different Raptors podcasts that come out about who they drafted. And of course, I'm going to be one of them. You remember, Johnny says, you remember the good old days where both rounds are done in 3 hours? Yep, now we got 2 days for that. I don't think I'll be streaming the second round, though. Raptors are picking at 50 tomorrow. All right, the pick is in for the Bulls. Where are they going to go here? All right, let's see what happens. Let's see who the Bulls take. Dalen Swain. Dalen Swain jumps up the draft board at 15. I like this pick for the Bulls. It's about time, damn it, they decide to do something correct here. Dalen Swain jumps up the draft board to 15 for the Bulls. This is a surprising pick here. But I like this pick for the Bulls. Dalen Swain, he's like, what, 6'6", 6'7". Damn it, can put the ball in the basket. He is a good player. Nice player on the perimeter. Can shoot the ball, get to the basket. Got some athleticism. This is the kind of guy you're going to need to put on your wing. I really, really like this pick. So, Dalen Swain off the board. He's one of the guys that I had the Raptors looking at, and I don't know if they actually looked at him at all. But he was one of the guys I was suggesting that the Raptors take a look at. Dalen Swain. Really like his game. This is a surprise to me. I was not expecting that. Got him here at 6'7", 211 on ESPN. 17.7 rebounds, 3 assists on 54% shooting. 34% from three-point range, 81% from the free throw line. 1.6 steals a game in 36 games played. That's interesting. Good pick here for the Chicago Bulls, in my opinion. I do think the Chicago Bulls at some point are going to have to try to get some veterans here or there. But we'll see how that works out. I'm going to get to some comments. Um, Raptor Champ says could be Christian Anderson or Sturts. I hear you there. I guess it depends what happens in these next few picks to see who's off the board. We got 16, 17, 18, 3 picks to go before the Raptors are on the board. We get to Johnny. It's too much of a production now for no reason. Johnny, you're just 100% right here. I mean, are you kidding me?
This
I
is
mean,
completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this.
this is ridiculous. The draft takes too damn long. But that is a surprising pick. And I like it. Dalen Swain to the Chicago Bulls. Now, this is interesting because you got Bennett Sturts, LeBaron Philon, Chris Sanak, I mean, Quaintance. Let me look at some of these notes here, guys. We're getting to it now. 38 seconds coming from the Memphis Grizzlies. Now I'm wondering for Memphis here, do they go with a big or a wing? Or do they go with a point guard? Okay, I don't need these. Who do we see here? Cameron Carr still on the board as well. Look out for that name. I'm wondering if Memphis goes after a guy like Cameron Carr. Let me get back to some comments. Coming in faster than they were before. Bulls going to trade a guard now to make room. Interesting. Johnny says, who you guys hoping Raptors pick? Trouty says, I just want a center. I don't care, first or second round, but give me hope. Raptor Champ says, I would prefer Carr. Johnny says, laugh my ass off. I've been saying that since 2020. Nana says, who watches round 2, especially during the World Cup? That's facts. That is big facts, actually. All right, let me get to some more. Seriously. Then Johnny says, our last great center was an old Marc Gasol. Damn. Where did he even go after we won the chip with him? Memphis pick is in. Bennett Sturts goes to the Grizzlies. Bennett Sturts goes to the Grizzlies at 16. This is wow. You know what? I kind of thought he might go to Charlotte at 18, but now this gets even more interesting. This gets even more interesting. Bennett Sturts goes 16 to Memphis. Bennett Sturts is a nice player. Raptors worked him out. I know they were taking a look at him. That's a good pick for Memphis. I like that pick for Memphis. This becomes even more interesting for the Raptors now. Bennett Sturts goes 16. Oklahoma City is on the clock. Wow. All right, let's take a look here on some of these numbers with Sturts. What do you guys think about that? Are you guys shocked by this? 20 points a game, 19.8 points a game for Bennett Sturts, 6'3", 186. 2 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 47% from the field. Shoots 35% from three-point range in 37 games played this past season. 1.4 steals. This is interesting. I'm not sure if I should be more concerned for the Raptors now at this point on who they take. Because I'm wondering here. Do they go with Senak? Imagine Mike being here for 2 hours for our 19th pick. Lord knows what happens if we were 30th. Johnny, don't let me imagine that. Like at this point, I don't even know what's going to happen at the 19th pick. I don't know if I'm going to stay here till 30 or if I'm just going to storm off pissed after the 19th pick, because it could be a good possibility that happens. I will cut this crap short. It better not be Koa Pete. Good. RJ is staying, says Raptor Champs. Yes. Don't let RJ leave. I'm missing a World Cup game right now and waiting for this pick. As soon as this pick comes in at 19, the viewers is going straight to 0 and everybody's going to the World Cup. Nana says OKC at it again. I won't say anything till you see. Okay. What is going on here? OKC is on the clock. 30 seconds left until the pick. Who did OKC take? Nana's making me nervous here. What the hell is going on? Nana always says stuff that just makes me nervous here. What is going on? All right, the pick is in. The pick is in. Let's see what happens. We got Oklahoma City, Charlotte, Toronto, and San Antonio. Those are your next 1, 2, 3, 4 picks. 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to have to write a letter to the NBA, a really nasty email about how long this draft is taking. Damn it, if the pick is in, get Adam Silver to the podium. Nana, what are you talking about here? OKC. Don't be like Shams and put it in the chat. I know, Raptors champ. I see it now. We've talked about it. Just get to the pick, or else I'm going to go to Shams and read off everybody before this thing is done, damn it. Almost 2 hours in. I've never done a show this long. And as you can see, my neck is destroyed. It's all cricked up. Barely even move the back of my damn neck right now. Ugh. Those who are watching, thank you for being here. There have been some surprises. The last one being Bennett Sturts going 16 to Memphis. The pick is in. Thank you. Oklahoma City on the clock. 17. What? What? Oh! Ibuka Okori. Are you serious? Yo. OKC is snapping right now. Ibuka Okori. Yo, for anybody who's watching this, if you have not seen Ibuka Okori, yo, he can ball. Okori's going to the Pistons. Six-one nasty handle. Good finishing ability at the basket. Can get into the passing lanes. Not afraid whatsoever. Will take and make big shots. And I mean, just good body control in the air. Make, like I mentioned, big threes. Ibuka Okori gets drafted by OKC, but it looks like I heard he's going to the Pistons. Trouty said, watch them take another center, which they did not. OKC still had their center from last year. He hasn't played yet. Rainbow 6 1972 is in the building, says we need a center. Adam Silver checking with Mothership. That's interesting. Okay. Trouty says, if it takes the NBA this long to do the draft, imagine how long it will take them to read your letter about it. That is true. That is true. You're pretty much saying they will never read that letter. That's where you're going here. Logical Raptors fan, Masai went crazy curveball. Logical Raptors fan, Johnson Jr. Columbia game just started. Okori goes to Detroit. Yes, Raptors champ. Grizz got Okori on my screen. What? Logical Raptors fan. OKC got Sturts. The hell are you talking about? What's happening? What are you guys talking about? I'm not on X. I need updates immediately. What are you guys talking about? What the? Nana, stop laughing. What the hell is going on here? I'm not looking online at anything. What the hell is going on? Traded to Memphis. Who? What the hell's going on here? Damn it, I'm going on X. Screw this. Grizzlies trade. The hell? Memphis is trading number 16 Bennett Sturts to Oklahoma City for 2 second-round picks. Memphis will draft number 17 now via OKC. So the Grizzlies get 2 second-round picks and swap the number 16 and 17. Memphis is trading the number 17 to the Pistons to move back to 21 for 3 second-round picks. The Grizzlies moved back from number 16 to 17, then number 17 to 21, accumulating 5 second-round picks to move back just 5 spots. What the hell? This is wild. So you're telling me Ade Mara and Bennett Sturts both went to Oklahoma City? All right. All right. This is you guys are killing me right now. Okay, here's a trade. It's on here. So Grizzlies receive 21st overall pick, 3 second-round picks. Bennett Sturts goes to the Thunder, and Ibuka Okori goes to the Pistons. Okay, the Hornets pick is in. Christian Anderson. Christian Anderson gets picked by the Hornets. At 18. All right, here we go. Christian Anderson's a nice player too, though. Didn't think the Raptors were going to go after him. But, I mean, at this point, now I'm nervous. Now I'm getting nervous here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Don't be like Shams and put in the chat. I'm going to have to go back up into the chat so nobody puts it so I can see it. Let's see. Christian Anderson going to Charlotte. Raptors are on the board at 19. Here we go. We got 3 minutes The pick is probably almost already in. But let's start getting ready for the podcast upcoming on who our first round pick is. It says we got 3 minutes. You guys probably already know who they've taken, but I have not looked. I will be stuck here in shock. Who are some of the names on the board that maybe we can expect here? Alan Graves, Chris Senak Jr., Henry Visar, Jaden Quaintance, Koa Pete. All right, let's go. Did people already did they pick already? You guys already know. Did they pick already? Who do we got? We're about to find out. All right, I have Chris Senak Jr. at the top of my board right now, or Cameron Carr. What's it going to be? Who we got? Raptors are going with a big. I'm assuming Raptors are going to go with a big. Chris Senak Jr. Not Henry Visar. They're not going to go with Henry Visar. Alan Graves. Who are they going to go with here? I'm scared to go to the bottom of the chat because I don't want to see who it is if somebody already put it in. Guess we're going to find out. 30 seconds here. You guys know I'm delayed because I'm looking at it on real time in television. I'm not going on X. All right, here we go. It says 5 seconds. Come on, damn it. Is the pick in or not? Phylon. The Baron Phylon. Are they going with Phylon or not? They're going to take Phylon. Phylon's on the board. They're going to take him. They're going to go with Phylon. All right, the pick is in. I think they're going to go with Phylon. He's on the board. He's on the board still. I thought he was going to be gone early. Pick is in. Here we go. Alan Graves. I'm just going to get straight to the chat. Alan Graves. I'm going to get straight to the chat. Come on, Bobby, get us one. Rainbow Six says, acquaintance. Raptor Sham says, please, no Graves. Nana says, Sham's not on X posting pics, only trades. Okay. 1 minute now. Breaking the news. Cameron Carr, please. Here we go. Probably a big. Let's guess. Dude is probably 6'9". File on our car. Who's Phylon? Graves. OMG. We picked another forward. Anyone know his NBA comp? I don't know, guys. I didn't. Alan Graves. Let's see how people are reacting to this. I mean, listen. Not who I would have gone after, but I guess we'll see what happens here with one Alan Graves. I'm 2 hours into this thing. Over 2 hours into this thing. We just picked Alan Graves at 19. Lopez, Phylon, Senek Jr., Cameron Carr, acquaintance. All these guys still on the board. So there's a few guys who have fallen here. Well, I'm going to have a bunch of research to do now on Alan Graves for you guys. Did I have him? I did have him X'd on my research sheet, so that's a good sign. And I'm going to have to go back and watch more film on him. But at least it's a good sign that I did have him X'd on my sheet as a player the Raptors are going to take a look at. Now, this, you guys can let me know here. Are you guys, how do you like this right now? Okay with you? Not a big deal to you? Think it's going to be a good pick? Think he's going to play well? We got some research to do. You're going to need depth at that position because I believe Colin Murray Boyles will be um, starting this season alongside a guy like Scotty Barnes. Can play inside and out, so I guess that's going to be a good sign for the Raptors, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to be interested to see who comes in with this next pick at 20 for San Antonio, because we know the draft history with San Antonio and their drafting. They do a really good job doing their research with their scouts. And they typically do a really, really good job. Last year, I wasn't high on CMB, but he proved me wrong. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, the Raptors are typically good. They've done a pretty decent job in regards to who they have drafted, even though they may not be the quote unquote sexy pick. So I won't lose my mind yet with Alan Graves here, because they do have a history of being able to show some competency with who they're picking. But I did think they would go a different route. So to be completely honest with you, and I've talked about this a lot, you never know which way the route the Raptors are going to go. Oh, Jaden Quaintance goes to the San Antonio Spurs. Wow. San Antonio takes a chance on Jaden Quaintance. That's interesting. Oh my God, this guy is athletic. He can defend too. Strong body. Jaden Quaintance, that's an interesting pick for the San Antonio Spurs. So the Raptors do pick Alan Graves at 19. I won't exactly lose my mind, because they have proved that they know what they do when they are drafting. I'll do more research. I will bring you the podcast on Jaden Quaintance. Or on Alan Graves. But interesting pick from the San Antonio Spurs here. We got 10 picks to go in the first round. I am now 2 hours and 19 minutes into this thing. I guess I might as well finish up the 30 picks. Can we speed this along, please? Let me see where everybody's head is at right now. Still some interesting pieces on the board, like we mentioned. Next up on the draft board is trying to find out. I'm assuming there's probably going to be some more trades that we're going to see. Who do we got coming up? We got Detroit, Philly, Atlanta, New York, the Lakers, Denver, Boston, Brooklyn, Cleveland, and Dallas. Got to take these headphones off for a little bit. All right, the Raptors have Alan Graves once again, if you're just tuning in. And so I'm interested to see here what he's going to be able to bring for the table for you. I know I'm here. He can shoot the ball, can rebound, can defend, quick thinker, which I like as well. All stuff I have in my notes on Alan Graves right now. Like I mentioned, I did have him starred, which is a good thing. And the reason I say that is because, guys, when you're looking at all these different players of just notes, names, whole bunch of stuff all over I mean, there's just so many different names that you're looking at, numbers, highlights, all these different things. It's a lot. We are almost done here. Trouty says lots of good picks still on the board. Completely agree. And I just hope that they speed this damn thing along. Headphones are killing me. It's been way too long. I don't want to have headphones on for 3 hours. Pick is in for Detroit. The pick right now for the Detroit Pistons is going to Memphis. Phylon is still there. Carr is still there. I think Memphis is about to get another good player here. Chris Enack Jr. is still there as well. Kareem Lopez is there. All right, the pick is in. The pick is in. This pick is going to Memphis. Who's it going to be? Kareem Lopez. First Mexican born player ever, from what I understand. That's a big accomplishment. Played for the NBL in Australia. He's a nice player, though. I'll tell you that much. Almost 6'9", around 220-ish, I believe. 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, 1.9 assists. Can handle the ball, shoot it a little bit. Definitely got some nice size. Kareem Lopez, that's a big, big pick. First Mexican player to be drafted in the first round in NBA history. That's huge. That's really cool for Kareem Lopez. I mean, I've done the research on him. He looks like he could be a decent player. And you know what? It's crazy, man. Like, to see some of these guys get picked here, with some of these guys who are still on the board. They're falling, man. But this happens in drafts like these. Next on the board, Philadelphia. Interesting to see what Philadelphia does here. Three minutes for the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm interested to see what they do. Now, I'm wondering if Philly is going to end up making any trades in the next week or two. Kareem Lopez. I have a feeling this guy's going to be a pretty decent player. I don't know what it is, but I just get that kind of feel about him. I think he's going to be a pretty decent player. Let's get into the comments a little bit here. What is going on here in the comments? What are we talking about here? Where do I even start? Like, do we always have to wait 10 minutes for the damn pick to be in for the next one? Logical Raptors fan. Tell me all guards the Raps picked in the last 17. I don't know what's going on here. Rainbow Six. I guess they took his 3-point shooting as the needle mover to draft him. Johnny says we picked Jakob, LOL, and JV. Delon Wright, Flynn, etc. from Logical Raptors fan. Jacoby plus size though. Then they live 2213 says, I wanted Lopez for the Raptors. Couple guys have dropped. And I didn't think they would actually drop this far. LeBron Philon. Chris Senak Jr. And then some guys went way up the list. Now I'm interested because we're looking at Isaiah Evans, Baba Miller, Henry Visar. And when I was looking at a guy like Baba Miller, when I first started looking at him, he shot up the draft boards. He had a really good showing at the combine and flew up the draft board. If he goes in the first round, I have absolutely no idea. I do think maybe somebody takes a chance on him and goes on him late in the first round. Henry Visar is also a name that you're going to have to look into as well. Koa Pete probably as well. But Yaxel Lendeberg. Also, who's the other name that flew up? Dalen Swain. And so I've already come this far. I might as well just finish this thing off through all 30 picks. 2.5 hours in. I'm going to need a water break pretty soon. All right, the pick is in for the 76ers. JFams15 says, please give me a reason to stop crying. Now, I don't know if you're talking to somebody else or are you talking about Alan Graves? Because if you are, do not cry. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Seems like a good player. Let's see what he provides for you in Summer League. Okay, the pick is in for Philadelphia. Ooh, LeBaron Philon Jr. goes to Philly. Joins VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, and company. That's interesting. Wow. The Baron Philon Jr. goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, they live 22-13. What do you think of trading for Tyler Hero and Miles Turner? Interesting. Now, if you trade for them, who you getting rid of is a question. Do you get Jakob Pertl's contract off the board? Do you get his contract off the books? And if you get his contract off the books, are you going to have to add more, which you're probably going to have to, right? Because I'm assuming you'd have to do something with RJ Barrett. He's on an expiring deal. To take on Jakob Pertl, you're going to have to sweeten the pot for whatever team is trying to take him on. I feel like there's still is has there been anything else happening in trades? I'm going to be checking right now on X in regards to okay, what is let me see. Let's go to Michael Grange and all these Raptors guys tweeting. What do we got? All right, Alan Graves, yes, we know. Is there any updates? Who do we got here? Don't see any updates in regards to any trades or anything like that. I'm going to go check Shams. Nothing as of 35 minutes ago. So as of right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder have Ade Mara and Bennett Sturts. The Oklahoma City Thunder. They add two low cost, high reward rookies to their team. Now, you tell me if Oklahoma City have good executives. Tell me they don't know what the hell they're doing. Seriously. Like Sam Presti is legit. Sam Presti knows what the hell he's doing. We got a few more teams. Atlanta, New York. Lakers, Denver, Boston, Brooklyn, Cleveland, Dallas. If you're just joining us and you haven't been watching or following anything, the Raptors draft Alan Graves with the number 19 pick. Okay, so Jay Fams is talking about Alan Graves. Okay. I see what you're saying. You're saying, to me, honestly, his foot speed and movement just seems so clunky. Wow, what a word, clunky. Oh, you're basically calling the guy clumsy. Well, kind of, not really, but I understand what you're saying. I'll say let's wait and see, man. Tend to give the front office the benefit of the doubt when it comes to drafting. They've done a pretty decent job in regards to at least that area of the roster. They've done well when it comes to drafting. And so we're going to see here. We're going to see if Alan Graves is a really nice player to get at 19 or if they missed somebody that came after, which is why we're still going to continue to follow the rest of this draft. As it continues, there's only a few more picks left until the end. But right now, we have the Atlanta Hawks on the board. How is everybody feeling right now? Guys, get me a number in here. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. How are you feeling about this pick? 10 being the best. 1 being awful. Give me a number. 1 to 10. Raptors champs puts in a 4. They live 22-13 gives us a 7. Logical Raptors fan says, I trust the Raptors scouting. He gives it a 10. Enough with all the talking. Get to the damn picks. The pick is in. Atlanta Hawks. Let's see who they got. All right, let's see here. Zuby Ejiofor. Interesting. Okay. Zuby Ejiofor, forward, big, strong body, does good work in the paint. Let me see my notes on Ejiofor. If I can even find him on these damn sheets. I got so many names everywhere. There he is. Decent passer, rebounder. Can defend. Okay. Decent pick. New York Knicks are on the clock here. This is going to be interesting here. Okay. Let's see who the New York Knicks pick here. Oh, Lord. Now we got to go everything watching this whole New York Knicks run before they make the damn pick. I think they're going to go with Senak or Carr. Visar? Like, if you win the championship, obviously, which the Knicks did, is this maybe a swing for the fences pick? Right? Because, like, how, like, at one point, you're getting a rookie late in the first round. How much is he going to play? Do you go with a safe pick here if you're the Knicks? Or do you take a chance on maybe a guy like Baba Miller or something like that? So this is going to be interesting to see who the Knicks take at 24. I mean, there were executives, as Spike Lee is talking right now, Worldwide West, Leon Rose. They did a really phenomenal job putting this New York Knicks team together. And so I want to see what their mindset is like right now with who they take at 24. Because when I talked about the Knicks, and I wrote an article, guys, if you haven't already done so, make sure you check me out on Substack. I got some more articles to write. I just started a Substack page. I should get it to you. Let me see if I can find it for you guys and give you guys a link. I got, all right, almost 2 minutes. Pick is going to be in. Keep your eye on this Knicks pick. The hell? The only thing is, I got to be careful when giving you this link because if I give you this link, I believe it's going to take you from where you are now and send you to the other link. So I think I'll have to do it in the end. $55 until the pick is in. All right, found myself on Substack, which I'll send to you guys in a second. All right, the pick is in for the Knicks. Who are they going with here? This is the longest podcast I've done of all time. Like when I do a show like this, how does my boy Rob from Pensari do shows that are like 4 or 5 hours long? He is a savage. OG was like 20 something and got a third overall pick and 25 pick riser. They live 22-13. You think it's a swing for the fences here now with the Knicks? Because, yeah, like this is what I'm wondering. You just won the championship. You're going to be drafting a rookie late in the first. How much is he going to play, like I mentioned? Do you just swing for the fences and try to find somebody with the highest upside possible, even if it's not a safe pick? The pick is in. Here we go. Cameron Carr. Cameron Carr. Scoring off the bench, 3-point shooting, explosiveness. Oh, yo, Cameron Carr has some hops, can shoot it from three, explosive, some shooting off the bench. Yo, this could be a decent pick for the Knicks right here. I like Cameron Carr. Exciting. I told you, man. Yo, one thing I've learned about the Knicks, this guy, Worldwide West, Leon Rose, I told you, they don't go crazy, at least in my opinion, they don't go crazy with analytics. They pick ballers. They pick ballers. Brunson, Bridges, OG, Cat, Robinson, Hart. These are the guys you want at the schoolyard. Ballers. Couple more picks to go. Lakers are on the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You only got 6 picks left. Lakers in Denver coming up. Interested. What do the Lakers do? I don't understand anything the Lakers do, to completely honest with you. Like, for God's sakes, do we have to watch LeBron James on the Lakers again? Like, do we have to watch LeBron James on the Lakers again? Don't you guys think it's time for that relationship to come to an end? Why does LeBron James not want to change teams again? He will resign with the Lakers, I believe. And he doesn't want to go to another team because Drake was rapping about him on Iceman and said he always makes his career off of switching teams. So you know LeBron ain't trying to switch teams right now. Oh, trade. Cameron Carr has been traded to the Lakers. Cameron Carr has been traded to the Lakers. So this pick coming up by the Lakers is going to the Knicks with cash considerations. Possible Chris Senak Jr. going to the New York Knicks here at 25. Who are the Knicks looking at here? Some names on the board. Henry Visar, Chris Senak Jr. Like, Senak Jr. really fell down the draft board here. Ten seconds. The pick is going to be in. All right, let's go here. Just got a whole bunch of useless talking for nothing here at this point. But Spike Lee is there talking with Kane the Jet Smith and Jason Williams, Richard Jefferson. Like, honestly, I'm just so damn sick of talking about the Lakers. Like, really, if they ain't doing anything big in regards to acquisitions or anything like that in the off season, they ain't going to be able to do anything. I don't care who they have on their team and if their team is healthy. You ain't making any big moves. You ain't doing nothing against OKC. You ain't doing nothing against Spurs, Denver. Like, you ain't doing nothing against these teams anymore. You're going to have to make a serious move if you're the Lakers to try to compete with these teams. Okay, like, why are you guys still talking? The pick is in. Like, my God. Interested to see where the New York Knicks go here. Did like 50,000 podcasts drop yet of Alan Graves from all the Raptors content creators? All right, I'm going to X. Let me check if anything has happened. Okay, they just talked about the trade, which I already mentioned to you guys. Let's see if we got any updates here. Okay, the pick is in. Okay, these are all stuff that we've already heard right now. All the stuff we talked about, Ibuka Okori, Bennett Sturts, all that stuff. Okay, the pick is coming in. Here we go. Sergio De La Reyes. Sergio De La Reyes. I don't have him on my sheets. All right, they get a Euro player from Spain. Looks like 6'6" guard. Almost 10 points, 44% from the field, 41% from three-point range. Bring him off the bench for the Knicks. All right, interesting. Looks like they wanted him, and they got him. We got a couple picks left. All right, let me see what we got left. Denver, Boston, Brooklyn, Cleveland, Dallas. And it's a wrap. You guys can let me know how you feel right now. I gave it a 5. That's Refton Blair. Gives it a 5. Remember, I was asking you guys to give me a 1 to 10 how you guys are feeling about the Raptors pick. 10 the best, 1 the worst. So a 5. Won't know how good he is or how good he will be until about February, which is accurate. Logical Raptors fan says we haven't missed on any forwards. That is true. Where are we? Long term, maybe. Minnesota needs to re-up. Time is running out for Ant. That is 100% true. And when it comes to Ant, it's probably time for them to start getting maybe a little worried because we already know how things go in regards to superstars and small markets. And I'm not saying that because I want Anthony Edwards to leave Minnesota or anything like that, but we've seen this before. Like if you're around a certain place and the job is not getting done, right? Like you lose Randall, you trade him away for nothing, by the way. So you don't have anything to replace him. Now, those 15, 16 shot attempts a game that Randall was getting, some of those now get delegated to Ant-Man and whoever else. But this is going to be a crucial offseason and season for the Minnesota Timberwolves because now what do? I guess you put, what is the big man's name off the bench again? Nice big man off the bench. Can stretch the floor from three. Big body. Can run the floor. You guys know what I'm talking about. Do they start him now at the four? Maybe you do. I would assume that they do at least. Rainbow Six says Graves is a sleeper. I suspect Grady will be traded and Graves taking over. This gut knows defense and shoot threes, which Grady can't do. Well, listen, not who I thought they would take, but you know what? I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They do their research. They have a pretty decent history with drafting. So we'll do some more research, get a show going on Alan Graves, and we'll be talking a lot of more about him in the very, very near future. Nas, that's who it is. Nas Reed. That's who you're talking about. Thank you. They live 22-13. They start him next to Gobert in the starting lineup, I'm assuming, because they're bringing him off the bench with over $100 million in salary. I would assume that's the way you got to go. Minnesota has to do something. Like you mentioned, time is running out. It's a good point. Coach Roach, do the Raptors care about offense? Or are we just a role player mill? Well, the biggest problem you had this past season was offense. Your defense was top 5. Now you got to get the offense into a top 10. I mean, if you're planning really to do any significant damage, and the Raptors going into, or at least taking the next step, you got to be a top 10 defensive and offensive team, which means maybe your defense can slip a little, but your offense has to greatly improve. That's just a fact. Bobby Webster talked about that. And so you do have to draft on best available player, not necessarily on position. Why? Because Dan Tolzman, your assistant general manager, who I know and have talked to over the years, very smart guy, but he did say something that is crucially important. You don't know what this roster is going to look like over the next couple weeks, which is why they go for the best available player, because if you draft specifically based on position, that might change depending on what moves are made in a couple weeks. And now you have another need. The pick is in for Denver. Tarris Reed Jr. That's interesting. But I'm not surprised. I think it's a really good pick. And a lot of teams had, not a lot of teams, but a lot of mock drafts had Tarris Reed going in the second round, which I thought was actually pretty crazy. I like this pick for Denver. Big body, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks a game. We're talking about, I don't know, how tall is he? 6'9", 6'10"? He's got to be around 250 or 255, maybe even 260. Let me see. Tarris Reed. 6'11", 260. They have him listed at on DraftNet. It's not bad. He's a senior, too. So he's played a lot of basketball. I like that pick for Denver. big body, able to get some production off your bench behind Jokic, hopefully. But that is not a bad pick in my opinion. Terrace Reed, I like that pick for Denver. And I'm glad he did not slip into the second round. He deserved to be a first round pick. Boston Celtics are on the board at 27. What do we got? We're almost at the end of this thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to make it. Shout out to all of you still watching here. 3 hours in. Wait, was there was a trade? What? Terrace Reed got traded to the Spurs. The Nuggets get the 35th pick and 2 future second round picks. So the Spurs end up getting Terrace Reed Jr. I like that move for San Antonio. YG7935 says, I'm stunned. Gary Roberts, I hate the concept of always trying to teach players skills like shooting and scoring. I think it's easier to teach defense. The difference is from a guy who's coached for over a decade, defense requires all heart. And sometimes it's tough to teach. You got to have that. You got to have heart. You got to want it on the defensive end. You have to want to do the dirty work. You have to be willing to do things that don't show up on the stat sheet. But I do understand where you're coming from. Joker was a big body, second round pick, 100%. Yes, that is true. Raptors will never draft for offense. Optimus Prime -05S. Didn't I tell you Raptors will pick Allen Graves? Maybe you did, but I can't remember. But yeah, you probably did. Why on earth would the Nuggets help the enemy? I don't think they look at it that way, although, Trouty, I do understand what you're talking about. Because they probably have somebody, a specific target. Denver has a specific target of who they want at 35 that they know they'll be able to get. And they've also acquired 2 other second-round picks. So if they're going to get their target at 35, along with acquiring those 2 second-round picks, then it's a win for them. Raptors _champs heart. Yeah, the pick is in for Boston. Let's see where they're going to be going with this right now. All right, so just to confirm with you guys, reading this off of Sham Sharania's Twitter page right now, X page. Denver is trading the number 26 to the San Antonio Spurs for 35 and 2 future second-round picks. Sources said the Spurs picked Terrace Reed Jr. at 26. Pick is in for Boston. Let's see what they do here. The Boston Celtics get Chris Senak Jr. Okay. It's not a bad pick for the Celtics if he works out. See if he plays with a chip on his shoulder. Almost 6'11". Good athleticism. Can shoot the ball. Good offensive post moves as well. Block some shots. Shoot it from mid range and shoot it from 3-point range. Chris Sinak Jr. Maybe he can becomes a decent player on the Boston Celtics. We got a couple picks left. Now, this pick, which is number 28, there's only 3 picks left. This pick, number 28, is going to Brooklyn. I believe it was supposed to be Minnesota's pick, and they traded it to Brooklyn with Julius Randle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe so. We're almost through this thing. We're going to make it. Interesting. I want to hear the analysis on this draft. I'm wondering why he ended up sliding so far down the draft board. Chris Sinak Jr. Reading from Josh Lewenberg right now from TSN. 6'8" forward, 7-foot wingspan. He did shoot 41% on a decent sample in his lone season at Santa Clara. 19 years old, turns 20 next month. And he's talking about Alan Graves here. The Raptors have some work to do this offseason, and I'm not talking about in regards to their rookie picks or anything like that. I want to know what they're going to do in terms of building this roster. And I've said this, and you guys can let me know what you think here. Scotty Barnes, and I talked about this with Penn yesterday on Penn Basketball, my boy Rob. Scotty Barnes is going into his 6th season. They made the playoffs. They pushed Houston to 7 games. The pick is coming in for Minnesota in 1 minute and 20 seconds. So I got to be quick here. If you want to see the Raptors take the next step, and by the next step, I would assume that means, going into the second round after going 7 games with Cleveland, you're going to have to put players around Scotty Barnes, Colin Murray Boyles, that aren't rookies. You're going to have veteran pieces. Now, what do you do here? Because you're close to the cap, I believe, right? Changes are going to have to be made, I'm assuming. Like with the Eastern Conference that's getting stronger. And I wrote an article about this, and I'll send it to you guys. I'm going to have to write a new article now. Trying something new with Substack. Please subscribe if you get a chance to. Let me get to some comments, by the way, as well. All right, the pick is in Minnesota, but going to Brooklyn. Where did I leave off in the comments? E. Fronza. Do you think it is a good pick? I think it's a safe pick. Typically, the Raptors have a pretty decent history with drafting, like I've mentioned a bunch of times. And so I do trust their judgment. But I wondered if they were going to go a different route. Another forward, which is typical for the Raptors because it seems like That's kind of all they draft these days are forwards. But I think he's still a good. He's could shoot it from three. I'm good basketball IQ. I do have some notes on him. Rebounder. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to go crazy and say, oh, I don't like the pick, blah, 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 blah. I want to see it play out for a little bit first. Raptor Champ says Jonas Valanciunas is out. Well, they sent the pick to San Antonio, so we'll see what happens. Day Live 22. Take care, my man. Take care. Speak to you again soon. Do you think we would have selected differently with Masai? You see, that's what I'm not sure of. And that's a question that I've been asking because I'm not sure how much influence Masai had with Bobby. I don't think the pick would have been different, to be honest with you. This seems like a very Raptors thing to do. So I'm not completely surprised here, to be honest with you. Jonas has gone to the European League. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Joshua Jefferson goes now to Brooklyn. Joshua Jefferson gets picked at 28 to Brooklyn. 6'7", almost 250, closer to 6'8" and 3/4. I have notes on him somewhere, but I don't want to look for any more notes, to be honest with you. There's only 2 more picks left. At Micro7 on IG, at Micros23 on X. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and share. Rate the Micro Show if you haven't already done so. Please hit that subscribe button. It is 3 hours and 14 minutes into this show. Help. We're almost there. E. Frunza, you were doing a good show. Thank you, Mike. You know what? Damn it, Frunza. I'm going to drop one for you. Okay. There's a lot of people I got to drop one for tonight. So many people. Nana. YI4TW, I did drop one for you. They live 2213 Raptors champs. Trouty. Logical Raptors fan, J Fams. So many people. Am I forgetting people? I probably am. I'm sorry. Rainbow Six. Sure. Yeah, Rainbow Six. I got to drop one for you as well. Let me. All right, we're wrapping this thing up. Who is going to be here to close it out with me? Few people still here watching with me. We are 3 hours and 16 minutes into this. This is a marathon. We will close this thing out strong. It'll be at least, I don't know, 10 minutes. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is a marathon. All right, let me get some. Get down to the bottom here. Who do we got on the board? We have Cleveland and Dallas. Cleveland and Dallas. Koa Pete is still on the board. Henry Visar, Baba Miller, Isaiah Evans, Malik Thomas. Who else? Trayvon Brazil. Could they possibly go? Can he possibly go in the first round? Ejiofor is gone. Who can possibly jump into the first round? Brazil, maybe. I like Richie Saunders. One guy that I like that I've talked about, if you haven't already seen him, could go check him out. Jaron Pierre out of SMU. Two picks left on the board. Raptors, Allen Graves at 19. Podcast upcoming. We'll be loading that one up. All right. Do we have any new news here? Looks like we might have some new stuff from Shams. All right. What do we got? Okay. Hold on. Cleveland is trading the number 29 pick to Sacramento for 34 and a future second rounder. The Kings are interested in UConn's Alex Caravan at 29. I like him. So once again, Cleveland is trading the number 29 to Sacramento for the number 34 pick and a future second rounder. The Kings are interested in UConn's Alex Caravan at 29. So let's see what happens here. Is the pick in? Like, what the hell is going on here? All right, the pick is in. Cleveland is picking right now for Sacramento. Says they're interested in Alex Caravan. So let's see if that's the direction they go in here. Pick is in. They're announcing the trade that I just told you. All right, they're announcing the number 28 pick going to Brooklyn, which we already talked about like 20 minutes ago. Okay, Alex Caravan. Good player. Senior from UConn, 6'6", 3/4, 225. Can shoot the ball. I like him. He's a pretty decent player. Had a nice season. Come off those screens. Good 3-point shot. Not super athletic, but has enough to be able to hold his own in the NBA. He goes to the Sacramento Kings. We got one pick left at 30. Who do we got? The Dallas Mavericks. Alex Caravan, I expect it to be a second round pick. Jumps into the first round. Okay. We got 3 minutes, 50 seconds for the last pick of the first round to come in. So there's a few things that we can talk about here. Okay. Let's start at pick 1 and get through this thing. Giving you a recap for anybody who's joined late. Aja Debansa goes number 1 to the Washington Wizards. Darren Peterson goes number 2 to Utah. Cameron Boozer, number 3 to Memphis. Caleb Wilson goes 4th to Chicago. Keaton Wagler goes 5th to the Clippers. Mikal Brown Jr. goes 6th to Brooklyn. Darius Acuff Jr. goes to the Sacramento Kings. Kingston Flemings goes 8 to Atlanta. Morez Johnson Jr., which is the biggest surprise of the night. I wouldn't say biggest surprise of the night, but the early surprise, I would say, goes to the Dallas Mavericks. The pick is in. They're going faster now. Braden Burries goes 10 to Milwaukee. Screw it. I don't want to go through all of these. The pick is in. Who is it going to be jumping in to Dallas Mavericks from the second round? Or not from the second round, but projected second round jumping into the first round. Okay, the pick is in. Let's see. Last pick of the first round. Koa Pete goes to the Dallas Mavericks at 30. Interesting. Okay. So that wraps up the first round of the NBA draft. Appreciate you, Efrunza. Trouty says, I can't believe nobody took Visar yet. Yeah. I mean, the second round, there's still some decent players that are going to be there that are going to be able to make an impact. And I understand, yes, okay, first round, second round. Don't underestimate players being drafted in the second round. The NBA Finals MVP that we just saw in Jalen Brunson was a second round pick. Okay? Remember that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me. And I mean, it's been 3 hours and 24 minutes. Damn it, I'm tired. I haven't gotten out of this chair at all. The Raptors get Allen Graves with the 19th pick. And so the research and all the podcasts begin. I'm sure some have already dropped already. But there is a lot to go through in the next few days. Trouty says, get some Z's, bro. You too, man. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you guys all for being here. That is it. We will see who the Raptors take in the second round. And then I don't know if I'll do one show with just Graves. Maybe I'll wait and see who we get in the second round and just do a podcast based on both of those guys at the same time. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much. I will talk to y'all again soon. This is the Mike Roach Show. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share, rate everything, the Mike Roach Show, and I will be back again soon. Y'all are some real diehard champions for being here for so damn long. I really, really do appreciate it. Don't take it for granted. I'll be back again soon. Peace. I'm out.